He was a father, a husband, a neighbor. Kind, quiet, reliable. But for over 20 years, Richard Evans harbored a secret that not even his closest loved ones suspected. Behind the friendly smile and warm greetings was a different man, a man who had built a second life with chilling precision. This is not fiction. This is a psychological profile of a man who fooled everyone. Richard grew up in Columbus, Ohio, the only child of a librarian mother and an Army veteran father. He lived a quiet, disciplined life. He studied finance, married his college sweetheart at 24, and had 2 children by 30. He worked at a local bank, coached his son's little league team, and was known for his punctuality and politeness. Neighbors described him as dependable to the bone. Church every Sunday, barbecues in summer, and never a single parking ticket. His life, from the outside, was textbook American middle class. But there were things, little things. He never let anyone touch his phone. He took odd business trips that didn't match the bank's schedule. Once his wife found a luxury watch in his briefcase, a brand far beyond their means. He said it was a client gift. He avoided family vacations. Always had an excuse: flu, work emergency, tax season. And sometimes he'd come home with a different cologne, a scent his wife never bought for him. Friends brushed it off. Stress, midlife, maybe even early memory issues. Voiceover line: was it just the strain of work, or was something darker bleeding through the cracks? It took one car accident to unravel it all. Richard was out of town for another conference, but the car that crashed in a snowy upstate New York highway had 2 passengers, Richard Evans and a woman named Megan Wolfe, not his colleague, not a stranger, his second wife. Richard had been living 2 full lives in Ohio. He was Richard Evans, banker and father. In New York, he was Rick Wallace, entrepreneur and stepfather to 2 teenage boys. He had a second house, a second bank account, and even a second wedding ring. Over 14 years, he maintained both households, rotating weeks, building lies on top of lies with the discipline of a machine. Experts later described Richard as a functional sociopath with narcissistic traits. He didn't show guilt, but he did show skill, manipulation, planning, detachment. He was able to compartmentalize emotion so well. He could cry at his daughter's recital on Friday and kiss another woman's forehead by Sunday. The media storm was instant. The bigamist banker. His first wife filed for divorce within a week. His second was hospitalized in shock. The kids from both families refused to speak to him, and the legal consequences followed: fraud, bigamy, identity misrepresentation. He served for years in federal prison. But more haunting than the crime was the why. He didn't do it for money, or sex, or escape. When asked in a rare interview, he simply said, "I liked both versions of me and I didn't want to choose." Richard Evans' story isn't just about deceit. It's about the fragile masks we all wear, some for society, some for survival. Most of us have only one face. He had 2, and he made both of them believable. Some people lie to hide a mistake. Others lie to live a life. But Richard Evans lied to be free. Subscribe for more psychological case studies, true stories, and the hidden layers of the human mind.